Everybody, my name is Hui Jing, and I'm presenting my 6 homework for CS7295, the data visualization course at Northeastern University with Professor John Alexis Guerra. So this assignment we're exploring tree maps. We had the option between network, tree, and geo, and I decided to go with tree. I got this data on property violation in Boston, and I decided to take a look at how many of those properties are still open after they got the violation from the bureau. And it turned out a significant number of them are still open. The number is around 1/4. And I'm gonna walk over my project with you. So this project aims to use a tree idiom to visualize the status of Boston property that has violated the building code. Using the widget below, we're able to take a look at the status of properties that violated things. So it's actually a very dynamic widget that I built. So you can add any attributes that you want to take a look at, or you can just play around with what I have already. So my primary goal is to look at the status, open versus closed, how many of them are still open. So that's how my idiom looks like to serve my task. So the data source, this data set is taken directly from data.boston.gov, is responding to the violation of Boston buildings and properties issued by inspectors from Building and Structure Division. This data set is a table, and for the attributes, I primarily looked at a categorical attribute, which is not binary, on status. I also looked at another categorical attribute on violation city, which is where the violation property is based at. There are also two other derived attributes. Number one is X, and number two is Y. X-axis corresponds to the position for the property in relation to this tree, and the y-axis also is doing that. And in terms of data availability, it started off as a static table, and I turned it into a tree. I played with two made up example insights. The first one is my insight was not all properties violated the building code are closed. And in order to explore on this insight, I will build a tree idiom to have the first layer breaking them into closed versus open, and the next layer looking at where those properties are. The other example insight that I played with is I wanted to look at what's the most common type of building code violation, and I assume it's maintenance. I didn't pursue this particular made-up insight. So for the target audience, this data visualization project will be for people who care about building code violation. So I assume there will be people who are city walkers who are interested in seeing the breakdown of violation properties, business owners who don't want to pay a fine for violation, etc. And I also had tasks abstraction and tile abstraction. So for the marks, I have points, each point representing the building in Boston, and channel. So x-axis represent where the building belongs to in the tree graph, while where it falls into which parent node, and y-axis represent where the building belongs to in the tree graph, which layer of tree does it belong to. And I believe that my choice of mark and channel are expressive and effective. And in here, I listed out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different steps of how I process my data. So that's it for my project. I hope you enjoyed it and got some useful insight from it.